Today I'm going to show you how to overcome the key stuck in ignition problem with the L322 HSE 3.6 diesel 2007 Range Rover. So there are a number of descriptions of this on the internet. The problem basically is you try to turn on your ignition and the key is stuck. Now, there are a number of descriptions of how to overcome this, which involve dismantling the steering column and doing a sort of a fix to an electrical box within this steering column to take a live cable to the this courtesy light, so that a live feed is given to the ignition switch. Also, the simple way of doing it is to open the glove compartment box, identify the fuse board, identify fuse number 18 and take it out. Leave it out for 15 seconds or so, put it back in, leave it out, wait another 15 seconds or so, and you'll hear a little clink coming to the ignition switch. At that stage you'll be able to turn on the ignition, but you need to keep doing this in order to energize the ignition switch every time you stop and start the car. Simple way obviously is just to take out the fuse each time and do it, but that is a bit tedious. The other way is to do the bigger job that's described on the internet, dismantling the steering column here. Luckily for me, the steering isn't locked. Now, there is another problem that can arise with the steering being locked, and that involves definitely dismantling the steering column and lubricating or changing things in there. So I will now proceed to show you what I have done. So now we've come around to the passenger side. We'll unlock the glove compartment box. Now, in behind the glove compartment box is the fuse board with fuse number 18. I have already taken out this little panel here which covers it. You can see it in there behind. Some people describe how you can release these struts that hold the glove box up, but either you or somebody with small hands can definitely get in to take this panel off the fuse board. So the fuse board we're looking for is fuse number 18, which is just after 3 top row, just after 3.5 amps in a row, and it's described anyway, mapped out for you on the back of this. So you look for fuse number 18, according to the map here, and remove it. Long nose pliers comes in handy to do this, because the little plastic device that's supplied to do it is fairly useless and you're likely to drop the fuse. So if you go onto Amazon, you can purchase one of these devices, which is a fuse bypass switch. It doesn't fully bypass the fuse because it incorporates another fuse within it, which is there a 10 amp. Now, I suspect this device comes from the US originally, because it appears to have a mini blade rather than the normal blade fuse that's more prevalent in Ireland and the UK. These are the ordinary blade fuses. I've also bought a packet of the mini ones should this fella in line blow, but you shouldn't need more than 1 or 2 of these spares, because if the fuse keeps blowing then there's some other problem. So what I'm going to do is replace the mini fuse with a standard fuse type. Now, unless you're very good at soldering and taking apart an ordinary fuse, you can buy these again on Amazon, which replicates the standard fuse type, and you can splice your cable onto the back here. They come in all different sizes, and if you go to Halfords, you can get some little blade connectors that you can crimp on. So that's what I'm going to do now. So now I have cut the connector off the original cable I got. I've paired back the, so I need to bend that a little bit more. The cable is inside, and I proceed to connect these little blade connectors and the fuse simulator onto the cable. So now the two little blade connectors have been crimped onto the cable, and I'll push these onto the fuse replica and install in the car. So this is the almost finished product. I think I'll just bind up the connectors here with some insulation tape just to make everything secure and fit it. So now the device is in place. Let's see if you can see in there. In the number 18 fuse. And I'm just going to, you can do sort of fancy job on this and put it in various places to put a hole and dash somewhere, but I'm going to just cable tie it to the side of the glove compartment here. So now that has been fitted, so we will see the result. So we try and turn on the ignition and it's locked. So we open the glove compartment and we have the switch fitted just here. Just need to tidy that up a little bit more. All we do is turn on the switch like so. Wait about 15 seconds. Right here's a click. There's a little click there, and we're able to, and the key is start the car. Now there is a little problem still here, which I'll show you how to get around. So it's still stuck. Now some people may have a problem with that, but I don't. So now we're going to leave the car. The car is stuck in the ignition. So first of all, we turn off our ignition switch, close that, central lock the car with the central locking button there. Or you can see it in there behind. Yes. And then we leave the car. It will still warn you that the key is in the ignition. Now, how are we going to safely leave the car as it is? Well, we simply use our spare key, which we use now, and we lock the car. Now, some people may have an issue with that, leaving the key in the car, but for the car to be stolen, somebody would have to see the key in the ignition, break into the car, and then know how to work the ignition. Just like so. And that's a little clunk rather than a click, and off we go again. So I hope you enjoyed this now, and it doesn't solve the complete problem, but makes it an easy fix and not too difficult to use on a continuous basis.